Well, where were you when the earthquake hit? That's the question many in Northeast Ohio are asking tonight. Even though the quake was centered more than 300 miles away, it shook parts of our area as well. News Channel 5's Deb Lee talked to an earthquake expert about that tonight. And Deb, it seemed almost too far away to be felt so sharply here.
Yeah, and you know, I may have been the only person in Cleveland who didn't feel it, but it's not unusual that when you have a quake that strong for it to be felt multiple states away. Now that we're into the movie-making business, Northeast Ohio has grown accustomed to the earth moving. But no one expected it to rock like it did today.
At first I thought I was having a dizzy spell, and my chair was moving side to side, and the sun blockers on my window were swinging out and hitting the window.
A Virginia earthquake that rattled both the Capitol and the White House also shook Northeast Ohio for about 30 seconds this afternoon. Kent State University professor of geography Thomas Schmidlin was at a faculty meeting on the 3rd floor of McGilvery Hall.
It shook and we immediately said earthquake, and it kept shaking, which we thought was unusual, and we began to think, well, what should we do?
An expert on earthquakes, Schmidlin says strong quakes like this one ripple out for hundreds of miles. It was also a shallow quake, which tends to do more damage. In fact, he says it could have been devastating had it happened somewhere in the world where building codes are not as strict as in the United States.
Anywhere you are, not only in the country but in the world, there is some chance of some earth movement. And while we rest pretty comfortably in Ohio against any major earthquake, the risk is always there.
And it's always a good time to discuss what to do if the risk becomes reality.
Most injuries occur when people are going out of the building, because things are falling off the building. So if you're indoors, stay inside, get under something. If you're outdoors, stay outside.
Everything kind of shook.
The swaying, and we got dizzy.
It's got everybody talking tonight. Professor Schmidlin hopes it's a conversation that continues tomorrow. What do you know? Earthquake preparedness isn't just a conversation to have in California anymore. And of course, with school opening this week in many communities, it's especially important. Deb Lee, News Channel 5.